Welcome. This is the morning soul session, sunrise soul sessions, morning flow, where we press live and see what arrives. No idea what's coming. There was a little title arrived, and then I just deleted it. And so we're just going to see what flows. The ground is very wet, and I wanted to come into this little spot so that I'm out of the wind and so that the mic can pick up what's being put out. And we're just going to see what wishes to appear, what wishes to presence. This is the fun for this one. This is where there's no ideas, no, because the title, arrived, and it's like, no, press live and see what arrives. So don't try and make something happen. And so, yeah, this is the real gist for this one. This is where it's just spontaneous, it's just flow, it's just what appears in the moment. No planning, no idea, no trying, no preconceived notions, no good hair. So yeah, so what is appearing is being the fullness of ourself, no matter where we are, no matter whom we are with. Allowing ourselves to be the fullness of who we are, even in a circumstance, even in a situation, even in a place where it seems like the fullness of ourself doesn't seem to match that. Let's say you got work or something, you're doing work of some form, and your heart calls you to something bigger, something fuller, and you have the tendency to squash yourself, to make yourself fit into your current circumstance, even though you feel like there's something more for you, something bigger for you. Let's say you're in, like we talked about last week, if you're in a certain relationships or with certain people, that there's certain patterns that are built up, certain ways of acting, certain ways of being, and that's the way that you act with them, even though the fullness of yourself, who you really are, would be more of yourself, more expansive, but you contract yourself for the condition. And so it's so important that no matter the condition, no matter where you are, no matter whom you're with, to not contract yourself to that condition. We're really called to expand beyond our current conditions. So let's say you really know you have a calling for your work, but you're in a job that doesn't really call you. Let's say you're in a group of people or environment or community, and you really have a calling to go beyond that. Or you're having a health challenge in your physical body, and there's a real knowing that there's vibrant health beyond this. What is important is that we don't make the mistake, one perspective of infinite potential, to contract ourselves to the condition so that we can fit. It's so important that we live and be the fullness of who we are regardless of the condition. So whenever we are being called to outgrow a condition, to expand beyond the condition, it's not about saying no to the condition. It's not about it's expanding in the condition, in the condition, and you will expand beyond the condition. And then you become free from the condition, and then the conditions can only expand in response to you. But if we contract while in what we see as a limited condition, we stay within that and we don't give the conditions the opportunity to expand in response to our expansiveness. So if you act a certain way with certain people because you contain yourself because of the conditions, we keep the cycle of that relationship, that circumstance in that way. If you're in You know, you're called to a certain work in the world, and within your job, you contract yourself and stay within that. So, like, job is a good one. Let's say there's a real heart's calling of a purpose, a life purpose of your work and service in the world, but you're in a job that you feel is not that. What is called here is to bring the fullness in every way that you can to your current circumstances. Don't try and say, when I leave this job, when something changes, when this condition becomes more favorable, then I will become my fullest self. Or you're in a relationship of any form of relationship, and you feel a calling to a deeper relationship, a grander relationship. Bring the fullness and the completeness of your whole self to that relationship, and then that relationship can evolve. Maybe that relationship ends or evolves in some way. And the same thing with the job. Maybe the conditions of the job or the work will expand. But if we contract ourselves to the condition cannot change. So it's about not resisting this bedhead. What is going on with this hair, lads? Don't resist the bedhead. You know, I've been up since 4:30. It's not really bedhead because it's like after 7 o'clock now. Have a little fun. So don't contract to your current conditions. Expand and be the fullness of yourself, regardless of conditions. And like in the job, bring the best of yourself, the fullness of yourself to the job. Bring the highest vision of your relationship into your current relationship, regardless of what the condition does. So you don't receive anything back in this relationship from the full loving connect. I'm just making stuff up. The full loving communicative. Just keep being the version of yourself, the version of the work, the version of the service, the version of the relationship, the verb. Be the fullness of yourself, regardless of the conditions, and the conditions can evolve. If we contract to the conditions, we contract the possibility and constrict the possibility that the condition can evolve with us. Because there's a tendency, let's say we're in a job again. I think a job's a good one in this. Relationships is the same principle, but it can be more challenging. You're in a work that just doesn't fill your soul, but we can bring the fullness of our soul into that work, into that job, into that service, so that we are becoming and living what it is we feel like we want in the future. We're becoming it now. We're being it now. And the conditions can't help but evolve to that. But when we're in resistance, in this case, there's a more fuller version of me wishing to birth, but I'm holding it back because this is not the right job. This is not the right person. This is not the right environment. This is not this. This is not that. So what we say, because everything is now, everything is here, and everything that is appearing is the divine blueprint of perfection that we are appearing through the lens of limited beliefs. So if we begin to act from the place, it's always acting from and acting as the higher, the newer, the broader perspective of who we are, those conditions will inevitably have to evolve. They will have to change, but we become in resistance when we contract ourselves to the conditions. We say, when this happens, I will be okay. When this happens, I will be in a perfect relationship. When this happens, I'll give my fullness to my work. When this happens, so again, it's like with illness in the body. So when I become better, I'm going to start acting healthy. When this condition changes, I'll start eating less and moving more. I'll start eating differently and making different choices. When we put our God's good in the future, that means it's always going to be in the future. We have to be what it is we wish to see. Because what we are seeing is everything and all the causes and effects that ever was, filtered through the lens of limited beliefs. That's what is appearing now. And there was a realization last night. I was sat in meditation. No, that's not true. There was a setting of the body, and there were thoughts appearing, inspirations appearing, which is not meditation. And it was again this thing around abundance. And it's so abundance is awareness. This is the term that keeps coming. Abundance is awareness, awareness is abundance. Our awareness is unlimited. So therefore, abundance is unlimited. And then it's like literally everything that we see is an abundance of awareness and awareness of abundance. So everything that we see is an appearance of abundance, even the appearance of something that is lacking. We have infinite awareness of the appearance of something that is lacking. So I feel not good enough. I feel like there's not enough of something. I feel like I want more of something. Our awareness of that is infinite. Therefore, our abundance is unlimited. So even the appearance, the false appearance, the illusory appearance of something lacking, we have infinite awareness of it. Therefore, it's abundance. So that's ties into this is like we be, if we are being the infinite abundance that we are, if we are being the best version and form of a relationship that we are, and if we are be regardless of our body is appearing as well or not, we be health, be wealth, be love, be joy, regardless of what our body's showing, regardless of what our relationship's showing, regardless of what the world is showing. Be what we wish to see. Because if we're seeing lack, we're seeing sickness, we're seeing whatever it happens to be, that falls within the infinite field of abundance. But if we're seeing lack and focusing on lack, lack can only continue. If we're seeing sickness and focus on sickness, sickness must remain. If we're seeing a job or work that doesn't fulfill our soul and we feel frustrated, then frustration and contraction can only continue. So again, and it's not about denial, it's not about spiritual bypass, it's not about seeing sickness and just denying it. It's seeing sickness and focusing on wellness. It's about noticing lack and seeing there's an abundance of awareness of lack, therefore this appearance of lack is abundance, therefore I am abundance, then there is only abundance. I can abundantly experience the abundance of appearance of lack, and therefore I am abundant. I can notice the condition of a work that doesn't fulfill my soul and choose to be the work, the service, the gift, the words, the actions, the interactions that do fulfill my soul no matter what appears. And this is the mastery and this is the gift. It's expanding beyond conditions, but not by escaping them. It's by expanding so fully your awareness and your intention and your words and your thoughts towards that which that it is that you wish to see. Be what you wish to see now, regardless of conditions. And so the abundance that we are is not dependent on conditions. The abundance that we are is appearing as and in the abundance that we are. So awareness is abundance, abundance is awareness. Everything that is appearing is an expression of the abundant life that is. And we, as the masters of limitations, dear humans, have the ability to limit the limitless. And that's the amazing gift. The ability to limit the limitless is what gives a line between here and this plant and this horizon, and that's a gift. But if we are to believe that this is what really is, and that horizon is the limit and we can't go any farther, and this tree can only grow, it can only be like this bush can only be like this, it's never going to, it's never going to change, then we focus on lack. So this is the end here, can't be anymore, can't grow, can't go, come here. This wave is the last wave. It's like we take the limitless abundance, the limitless life, and we limit it. So the mastery, it's the dance. It's this dance of what an amazing gift that we have the ability to limit the limitless, to appear as a body, to appear as waves, to appear as a horizon, to appear as a word. And we can, even when we see this edges, we know that our awareness of these edges, the awareness of these finite things is unlimited. This really became clear last night. Abundance is awareness, awareness is abundance, even the appearances of lack. We have absolute, our consciousness is not limited in any way ever. Even when we have the little false belief that I am a little me, I am a little I am a little body, I am my story, I am my conditions, the awareness of that is abundant and infinite. We can think of, put in the comments below, how many ways can you dream up to limit yourself? Is there a limit to it? No. How many ways can you find that there's something wrong or something missing or something lacking? You're the little me, the little I will come up with infinite ways of experiencing itself as lacking. But the awareness of that is infinite also. Therefore, it, by definition, is abundance and cannot be lacking. Every appearance of lack, we have infinite ways of experiencing, therefore it is abundance. It also is abundance. So everything that is appearing is abundance, including that beautiful seagull that just popped in. And if we reframe this recognition, we see that everything is an abundant experience of abundance itself, even the appearances of lack. So whenever we see something lacking in our life, be it a relationship we want to expand beyond, be it work or service that's not fulfilling our soul and we feel like there's something bigger, we put it in the future, or it's health, something challenging the body. Again, we see a lack of abundance appearing, see a lack of health appearing, see the lack of fulfillment in work or job appearing, and see that our awareness of that is absolutely unlimited. And we can look at that in an infinite number of ways. Therefore, it is abundance. And then so be what we choose, what we want to see, we'll choose to become that which is the expanded version, that which is the expanded version of that relationship. What is the more loving, more connected version of that relationship? Be the highest version and vision of yourself within that job that you imagine a new job or new work would give you. Be health even when the body is appearing as sickness. Be wealth even when there's an appearance of lack of money or resources or resourcefulness. Be what it is you wish to see. So it's a short one today because my feet is getting very numb because I can't sit down because it's very wet. I'm going to just show you this little morning sunrise. Somewhere over there it's very cloudy. So be what you wish to see and be it now. Don't wait, because whenever we wait, we put a weight on top of what we have to wait for, and it will continuously be weighing us down, and we'll be continuously waiting because there is no future, there is no past, there is just an ever unfolding beingness. Be what you wish to see. Love you all so much. Until next time, from my heart to yours, the divine in me sees, loves, and honors the divine in you. Namaste. We are